Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel and today's video. Today we're gonna review my, June haul, I think it is. So if you want to know what I think about all of these products, then please keep on watching. By the way, I will link to my haul in my description box just so you can go ahead and check it out if you want to see the actual haul. Anyway, the first product is one from Morphe, and this is the Brontour in the shade Celbutante. This is what it looks like, and I love the name Brontour, I have to say. I am actually wearing this bronzer today, and I do like it actually. This wasn't a product that I decided right away that I loved. This wasn't a product that I decided instantly that I didn't like. This was kind of a product that I felt like I needed to use a couple of times in order to see how I felt about it, but yeah, I do like it. I will say this part is not highlighter, or it's not a highlighter as I thought. This is actually just like a satiny shade. It has like some shine to it, but it's not like a highlighter, which makes them, like, when I take my brush, I just kind of press it in and I swirl it around in both, and it just comes on beautifully on the skin. It actually looks very beautiful, and yeah, I actually like this bronzer. So I'm really happy about that. So next up is this highlight. This is from Morphe as well, and this is in the shade Stardust. I have gone back and forth with this. No, I haven't. I have mostly been like down spiraling with this. This is so harshly pressed into the pan, and it gets hard pan instantly. I have tried to like scrape it off and everything, but it just gets hard pan instantly. You have to kind of go in with a denser brush. I usually use my Sigma F3 brush, and I just kind of have to like press it on. It looks like it's on top of the skin instead of like blending into the skin. It's too much work with this. You know, highlight is supposed to be like easy. It's supposed to be like something that you can just apply, buff into your skin, and it looks beautiful. But with this, it's just too much work, so it's not a product I recommend at all. I also had this Morphe blush palette. This is the 8C one, so cool shades. We have cool tones, we have pinks, we have a red, burgundy, purple, we have some peaches right here, but I think the other one is more warm, you know, with peaches and stuff. I love my cool tone pinks. That's my favorite. I know, unpopular opinion, because every time I go to YouTubers, they love their peach, and I'm like, what about the pink? I think it has to do with which kind of undertone you have. I have a pink undertone, so I guess that is why I prefer these ones. I don't know. I have actually used this quite a lot ever since I got it. I do like this one. I like this one. I like this one a lot actually. I think that this is beautiful. I usually mix the shades because during the summer I've really been loving to have like a sheen on my skin, like some glitter specks, and just making everything look very, very healthy. So yeah, I've really been liking this actually, and I can really recommend it. I think that the price is right, and I bought this one instead of the 3 pans because the 3 pans just didn't really, I didn't find anyone that kind of interested me. So next up is this Dose of Color liquid lipstick. I have mine in the shade Sweet and Sassy. This is the first Dose of Color liquid lipstick that I bought. I bought it because I didn't have a lot of shades like this, and I wanted to bring in some variety to my collection. It's very, very peachy orange, like it's a cute shade, but I usually go for the pinks. So yeah, I bought this and I didn't love it. There is something about this formula that just kind of cracks on my lips, but you have actually responded to me a lot and told me that it's wrong with this actual shade, because some of you also have this shade and other shades from Dose of Color, and this shade is just not good. I trust you guys, so I will in the future buy Dose of Colors more. I will buy another one of Dose of Colors liquid lipstick and try that and see how I feel about it, but keep or stay away from the shade Sweet and Sassy. So we have 2 highlights from Jouer that I purchased. You guys already know how I feel about the shade Citrine. This is the shade I have been obsessing over. This is so freaking good, and the shade is just perfect. Let me swatch it right here so you can see, like, it's so blinding. I would say that this has the same formula or similar formula in a way to the Ofra and Becca highlights. This is a little bit more powdery than the Ofra ones, but honestly, I don't mind actually. Jouer is so much more affordable than Ofra is actually, and the packaging is so much better. I also purchased their limited edition shade, which is called Celestail. This is a pink highlight. I'll swatch it right underneath. This doesn't have the same formula as the Citrine one. This is more harshly pressed into the pan, so I would say go in with a denser brush when you use this. You can go in with a fluffy brush as well, but this is truly like a pink highlight. It gives a lot of pink shifts to it, a little bit of like a peach as well almost. I don't know how well you can see that. Not as fond of this formula as of this one. Not to say that there's anything wrong with this formula, but if I could choose between this one and Citrine formula, I would take the Citrine formula. Having said that, it goes on beautifully on the skin. It stays pretty perfect. Oh my god, I can't talk. It's beautiful on the skin, so I don't mind it, but it's just that I do prefer this one, the OG formula. I also purchased the Sigma E36 brush. As you can see, it's like super duper small. And when I bought this one, I was like, okay, don't really know what to use this for. Maybe detail work, but then I kind of just didn't use it. But ever since I've tried to learn how to do like a halo eye and tried to do more detailed work instead of just like slapping on my eyeshadows. I still slap on my eyeshadows, but you know what I mean. No, you don't. This is so good. I always do like detail work with this. I can use it under my eyes if I just want to like smoke everything out a bit. This doesn't have a lot of precision because the bristles are very long. I do prefer to use like shorter bristles under my eyes, but this one is like perfect if I just want a hint of color. I don't really care about the precision. I don't care if I get some eyeshadow like down to here. Then this is perfect, but mostly I like to use this in my crease for my like transition and just do a little bit of like detail work, as I said. Okay, so next up I have two products from Wet n Wild. These are limited edition highlights from the Photographic collection, so you might not care if I review these or not, but I thought that I would anyway since I have them. So this is in the shade Purple Ashes, and I don't like this one. It kind of looks muddy and gray. I use this as a blush, by the way, but it kind of looks a little bit like muddy and gray on my skin. I just don't really love the tone of it. And then I also have this White Raven shade, and I'll be honest with you, I have barely used this. I'm sorry, like I don't think I've ever used this one, only swatched it. I kind of just remembered it now, not remembered it, but you know, so I can't really review this, and I'm real sorry about that. I did also purchase this one. This is the Wet n Wild Moon Tears, also from the Photographic collection. This is a loose highlight that is perfection. If you ever get your hands on this product, like buy 5 backups, it's that good. I've used this almost all the time when I'm not filming. It's just the best freaking highlight ever. I still use this sometimes when I am filming because I cannot give this up. I need this in my life. So I did get a package full with a lot of Essence products, and a lot of it I have talked about so many times on my channel that I don't feel like repeating myself, and other things I haven't really got into yet because it is mascaras and I have so many mascaras that are unopened. It's a lot of products that I just haven't really got into yet, so I feel like I just don't want to show them and say the same thing like, oh, I haven't used this, I haven't used this. So I will skip out of those. If you want to know which products they are, just check out the haul. But this is a product that I got. This is the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, and this is so good. I really love this one. I used to use the NYX one, the HD one. I actually have that one as well. It's right here. I just have a teensy bit left of this. I'm saving it for a video, but then I will use it up and then go back to this one. The NYX one is a little bit smoother under the eyes. It's a little bit more yellow. This isn't as yellow and as smooth. This kind of just sets your under eyes and it just looks really, really good. I really like this one. This doesn't have that much kick up as the NYX one does. As I've said so many times, It feels like I'm going through the next one like this. So this is definitely, if this is like cheaper, I will definitely buy more of these. Then I bought the Hasina palette, and I'm actually waiting for my Hasina 2 palette. I was hoping it would come today in the mail, but hopefully it comes tomorrow instead. Anyway, I have done a first impression on this. I have done reviews. I have done tutorials with this. I've actually used this today. So I've used these 2 shades, and then I've used the Laura Geller, one of her highlights in the middle. I do like this one a lot. Like, the pigment is unreal, and it's so easy to blend, and you get like pigment instantly. So this one I do recommend, but if you want a more in-depth review, then please go and check out my videos about them. I was so shocked because I was like, but I got the Hasina palette and the Malika palette at the same time. But I checked my haul once again, and it seems like one of the shadows actually broke, so I didn't show this palette because it was on, I were repressing this. I am the worst at repressing. But anyway, this shadow I actually just effed up. It's like I'm rubbing my finger a lot. Let me see where I can swatch this. Okay, you could see some pigment, but it's not like the same with some of the other shades that she has. Like, look at this. So the swatches are just really bad, and these swatch really inconsistent. Like, this swatch is really good and this barely swatches at all. So I have not even dipped into this. I haven't done a single review on this, or I haven't done a separate review on this specific palette, but I have talked about it in my favorites video and so on. This red is one of my favorite reds. It's I can't talk. This is one of my favorite red, and also I have 2 favorites red in the Juvia's Place Festival palette. So those are my 2 favorites red, and then this one. So I have 3 favorite reds. I love the color story of this. This is definitely like a, for me, going to work palette. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fun, but it isn't like a lot of blues and greens and stuff like that. It's more subtle, and you get like some subtle shimmers. So yes, I just wanted to take the opportunity and show this to you. I've said this before, but I do have a code with Blush Tribe that I don't earn any money from. It's Paulina Beauty. Why do I say my name like that? It's Paulina Beauty 10. I bought a Anastasia number 15 brush, and I just bought a backup because my old brush had started to shed, so I couldn't really use that. It hadn't started to shed, but it had like started to be misformed. So I bought a new one. I also bought, let's see, a dual lash glue that I always use. I've already opened it. I've used it today. I bought the Cantu Curl Activator Cream. I will put a picture on it right here. As you guys know, I'm trying to get back my curly hair, and it goes okay. Like, you can see my lengths are just straight, but this part is like curly. I think that the Curl Activator Cream is from Cantu is, I don't know. I think that it contains a lot of moisture and such, and I do believe that a little bit just gives you, or that will make it last a long way. I take a pea size to all of my ends, and I only use it in my ends. It is very thick, so it's not something that's great for transitioning hair. I think that one would be better on someone with a lot of curls, like kinky curls, I think it's called. I'm gonna skip all of the Kat Von D products because we don't need to talk about her anymore on my channel. This blush you already know, like, I love. This is from Wet n Wild. This is from their other limited edition collection. This is from the Hummingbird collection, and this is in the shade Dare to Soar. I've used this so much that the little birdie has lost its little tail, or their feet. I've tried to focus my brush down here because I don't want to ruin the actual bird. I don't know, am I crazy or just stupid? I don't know, but I think that this is such a beautiful blush, especially during the summer. I've been all about the shimmery blush, so it's totally my jam. I have talked about this one as well. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dream Glow Kit. that I got gifted, and yes, I'm loving this. I've used this so many I've used this so many times for highlight. I've used it so many times for eyeshadow. I use this a lot like in my inner corner. I use this a lot in my inner corner. I use this a lot on my cheekbones. Like these two shades are probably the ones that I use the least. But these four are just amazing. They make the skin look so wet, so beautiful. It looks very messy, I know, but yeah. It goes to show that I'm using it anyway. So I did get gifted this one as well. This is the e.l.f. Christian Serrano palette, and it looks like this. I'll be honest, I always forget about this palette. I have only used this green shade, and this green shade is outstanding. If you don't want to purchase the Juvia's Place palette, or you know, for the green one, the Zulu palette, or if you don't want to purchase from Sydney Grace and get that really beautiful Tempest shade, then this could be a dupe if it's still available and if you can get your hands on it. And the last product is Coastal Scents shadows that I got gifted as well. So I've already said the purples are pure trash. They are not worth buying, even if it's only $1. You know, I wouldn't purchase a piece of food or a piece of candy or something just because it's affordable and I know that I don't like it. Do you know what I mean? You shouldn't spend your money on something because it's only this much or this much if it's pure trash. But anyway, I have then used some of the reds right here, and I've said that those are all right, but I haven't really used the other ones yet, and I know I'm so bad. I will get into it, I promise, but it's just that I have had I'm not gonna come to any excuses. But what I do want to say is that my final conclusion as of right now, this is not my final review, but as of right now, I don't feel comfortable recommending Coastal Scents at all. I wouldn't say go ahead and purchase Coastal Scents, and I know so many of you loves Coastal Scents. So I'm not saying that because the products are trash. I'm just saying it because it feels like they are very inconsistent. So I would say if you do purchase from them, read the reviews, read the finish, read everything about the shadows that you do want to get, just so you don't purchase shades that aren't quality shadows. But overall, I would not recommend them because I feel very shitty recommending a brand with this much inconsistency. They're obviously doing something wrong, but they're also doing something right. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you had a lovely day. Don't forget to like the video or dislike the video depending on how you feel, and subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!